Hello everybody, welcome back to another Trailmakers video, where today I will be showing you guys how to build submarine depth control logic. Now without further ado, let's get on with today's video. Alright you guys, a quick overview before I show you the tutorial. I would like to show you how the mechanic works and what it does. So I made this little submarine, like, kind of robotic trash gathering vehicle, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see, if I raise my depth, it will stay up. If I lower my depth, it will stay perfectly level, and you can see the ballast moving, and it will stay as level as possible, and it will hover at any level. Doesn't matter how deep or how high you are. So even if I let off throttle, you're gonna see it stays right here, and you can see that that's the case because the bubbles kind of show that we aren't moving up or down at all. And you can see in the ballast how it's like bobbing up and down. So if I change my camera angle, you can see that a little bit better. That's how it controls the depth. And then this is also the mechanic I used in my submarine video that a few of you asked about. Here's the mechanic in action on my submarine, and again, as you can see, I'm not really going up or down unless I press the button to. So if I kind of level out here, you can see I can float perfectly on the surface, or I could go down and kind of stay right here. So this mechanic's pretty nice for really any submarine, because instead of worrying about having to get the perfect amount of ballast, or just adjusting it until it's perfect, instead you can have this system that will make any build float at the height that you want to. So I'm not going to waste any more of your guys' time. Let's get on with the tutorial. Alright you guys, so right here I made a little platform that's gyro stabilized just so I can kind of demonstrate how this works. So I'm going to place some ballast blocks. Now of course it doesn't matter how many you have, you just need enough for whatever you're trying to make float or sink. So in other words, you just need enough to float pretty much. So I'm just going to place 4 on this little platform here. And then I'll add the seat later. I just want to keep this clear for you guys to see. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a speed sensor. So let's find that. You're going to need a speed sensor, an XOR gate, and an OR gate. So let's drag that in, and then our XOR gate. Now I'm going to lay these out so you can kind of see it better. So I'm just going to flip them like this. And now for the speed sensor, we're going to need to make 2 of these modules. So for the first one, you want the speed sensor to face down like this. And then I'm going to paint all these speed sensors red like this, just so you know that this is the circuit that makes it go down. And now you can copy and paste these over. And then you can also copy and paste this over. And then I would make them green, just so you know. And then this will be the mechanic that makes them go up. So just like the other one, you're going to flip this speed sensor facing upwards. Alright you guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the OR gate, and we're going to hook that up into the XOR gate. Same thing on the other side, go to the OR gate and hook it up into the XOR gate. Now, make sure you hooked it up correctly. If it doesn't work, this is likely where you went wrong. You hooked one of the gates into the other one incorrectly. So double check to make sure that the OR gate is going into the XOR gate on both sides. And then you're going to want to click on your speed sensor and make that also go into your XOR gates on both sides. Alright guys, now for the side that controls going down, so the red, you're going to want to click on your XOR gate and set the output to -1. Now, pay attention for the next part, because we're going to go to our OR gate on the down side, and we're going to go right here, and we're going to want to set this to the button that controls going down. So for me, I'm going to make this E. So whenever I press E, the submarine will go down. Now this works for controller. You would just have to set it to whatever button you want to use to go down on your controller. And then you're going to want to go over to the OR gate on the other side, and you're going to want to press the button that makes it go up. So I'm going to use Q. Now remember these buttons, because this is what you're going to put into your ballast next. Alright, like I said, we're going to go to these ballasts, and we're going to select all 4. We're going to go to settings, and we're going to set the down to E, which is the button I used earlier, and we're going to set the up to Q, which again, same button that's in the system. Now, our buoyancy control system is almost done, because the last thing we have to do is we have to go to the XOR gates and hook them into each of our ballasts. Same thing over here. Go to the XOR gate and hook it into the same ones. And I know technically these are called buoyancy control devices, but they're called ballast in real life, so sorry about that. Alright guys, so now we're almost ready to test this out, and what we want to do is make sure that these are plugged in correctly. Your green goes to all 4 buoyancy control devices, and then the XOR gate on the red side also goes to all 4 buoyancy control devices. And the last few fixes you need to do is you need to click on both of the speed sensors, make sure this says trigger below, and set it to 0 miles per hour. Also, make sure that the buoyancy control devices, or ballast, whatever you want to call them, have toggle turned off. If toggle is turned on, you will encounter issues. So make sure that's off, and now we should be good to go. So if we go out of build mode here, you can see that it is kind of adjusting the buoyancy control devices, and we are perfectly level right now. We're not moving up or down at all. In fact, you can see the devices stop moving. So if we start moving again, and maybe if we want to go down, we can hold the down button, and you can kind of see us descending. And if we let go, it's going to level back out, and we're going to be staying completely still. Same thing if we want to ascend. We just hold the ascend button and we can surface, and then it will keep itself in the surface. So here we go. And yep, we are still in the surface. So as you can see, this is a pretty good method to keep your submarine at the height that you desire. Alright everybody, if you considered today's tutorial helpful in any way, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you'd like to. And I apologize for the long break in uploads. I will try and fix that. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Also, here's a quick sneak peek for the next video I'm going to show you guys. Goodbye.